All right, guys, November 8th, 1984. Bulls coming off the big win the night before over the Pistons. And it wouldn't get any easier because the Bulls had to fly from Detroit to New York to face the Knicks. How ironic is that MJ faced the Pistons and the Knicks back-to-back in his 6th and 7th games of his career. And if you saw Michael's career, you remember the epic games between the Pistons and the Knicks. Not just in the playoffs, but in the regular season as well. But MJ got it going this game, man. He was cooking the Knicks. And the thing that I want you to really pay attention to in this game is the crowd. The New York basketball fans, as Michael calls it, the Mecca. First of all, they cheer Michael Jordan when he was announced. So back at Chicago Stadium, tickets were starting to heat up, okay, for sure. And in fairness to Bulls fans only had the first and third game, and then the Bulls went on this crazy 5-game road trip. But still, you guys saw the empty seats. I showed you the empty seats, right? Oh, this was a packed house at MSG. We're talking about 19,252 people. Nice little bump up from the 9,000 for the Bulls-Bucks game. Michael had so many great games on that court. Michael bled on that court. But you can just hear it as the game is going on. The crowd just gets louder and louder, and the buzz gets louder, and there's an electricity and a buzz in the arena. And this is what rookie Michael Jordan was all about. You know, I think a lot of times people gloss over this part of his career and they go straight to the championships. Guys, you got to understand, this is the greatest of all time. At the beginning of his career, this is a lot of people, their first time seeing him. Now everybody's hearing about him, reading about him in the newspapers, because you didn't have YouTube and all the stuff that we have now. People found out about stuff through the newspaper. So the buzz is starting to pick up around the country. This Michael Jordan guy, people are saying he might be better than Dr. J. So now people are racing out to the arenas to see him. And this is how fast the buzz started happening. He got cheered in New York in his 7th game. I think when we gloss over the impact that he had, guys, this is right out of the gates. Right out of the gates. But I mean, that's what you would expect of the greatest of all time, right? To really start off with a bang in your career. And that's what he was doing here. There was still a lot of work to be done with the Bulls roster, though, unfortunately. But Bernard King, man, for the New York Knicks, that guy was a bucket. He'd give you a bucket in his sleep. But you're going to see Michael do a couple of these guys dirty in this game. Let's just roll the footage.
The Kansas City Kings will be here to take on the Knicks. Tuesday, it's the Washington Bullets, and then a week from set for the introductions of both teams. Let's go to public address announcer John Condon.
Number 23, Michael Jordan. Their assistant coaches, Richie Adebayo and Rick Pitino, and their head coach, Hubie Brown.
They take on the tough Chicago Bulls, and we look at the starting lineups, Butch.
Tucker will have the assignment of guarding Michael Jordan. I'm glad that's him and not me. The officials, Mike Mathis and Bill Oates.
First lead of the game for the Bulls.
Except the game down in Houston, so that to me is a sign that there may be a good ball club as Jordan comes up with the steal and the stuff.
Chester can get the rebound.
Communications on the defensive end by the Chicago Bulls that time. Oh no.
Michael Jordan double clutching on the reverse side of the board. That's 11 for Chicago.
This impressive ball club, as you see Michael Jordan right here take the baseline. Kings in the air, scores. Louis Orr did not cut off the baseline.
Jordan's a complete player. He plays both ends of the floor.
And he just demonstrated there by playing the passing lanes. Comes up with the steal and the stuff. He scored 4 points, and both plays have been spectacular.
Knickerbockers. Woolridge with a rebound. Watley with the basketball to Jordan. Knicks knock it away from Michael. Michael Jordan cans a 16-footer. Jordan, who led the ACC, by the way, last year in three-point shooting percentage.
Well, I tell you what he's done that I didn't think he was able to do was hit the little 15 and 16-footer with consistency as Bernard King is fouled as he goes to the hoop. I did not believe that Michael Jordan had the ability, you know, as a rookie to hit that shot consistently, and he has so far early part of the year, and that's the most impressive part of his game. He's a tremendous athlete, and everybody knew that, but I didn't think that people, the scouts and the so-called experts, thought that he could hit that shot, the 15-footer, with consistency, and he has.
Well, Bobby Knight called him a great all-around basketball player. He can do it all. He's proving that early on. Last night in Detroit, he got in early foul trouble, didn't score a point in the first half, came out and scored 25 in the second.
Well, here's the pressure defense.
Play. Period number 1, Madison Square Garden. And the Knicks are off to a rocky start. Or to the basket. And he drew the foul. Steve Johnson again. That's 2 on Steve Johnson.
Probably get some forward time as it is anyway.
Yes. 19-10 now. Jordan, that was knocked away by Bernard King. And then Woolridge jammed it down. Pat Cummings stops and pops it, and the Knicks are down by 9 again.
And Jim, that was a tough shot by Cummings. He pulled up right in front of Caldwell Jones and hit a little 15-foot jump shot.
Jordan hits a jump shot.
There's the shot, Jim, that experts said he couldn't hit with consistency. And that time he just shook Bernard King back on his heels, pulled up and hit the 15-footer.
Bernard King can't get the roll. Michael Jordan can get the rebound. They're going to call a blocking foul on Tucker.
Correct call. Nice little play by Ennis Watley. Jordan grabbed the rebound. He came up the floor, gave the ball to Watley. Watley started to penetrate, and Jordan was on his way to the hoop. Watley gave him the ball. Trent Tucker saw the play. He was just a step too slow, and the foul was called on him.
All right, take a look at the size of the hands the next time we get a chance on Michael Jordan. Incredible hands, like Dr. J's. Jordan way over the top, and I believe he's going to get the foul.
First ball foul charged against Michael Jordan.
I really would like to see that, because I think that he was on top of the ball and he was the one that knocked it over to it.
I mean, we can't see him obviously now, but incredible size.
Well, the thing about Michael Jordan, not only are his hands big and his hands are strong, he's a strong individual himself. You know, he looks much stronger than people give him credit for, and he's just an exceptional athlete. Now let's see if Jordan really fouls here. He goes up over the... See, there isn't much contact there, so that's really a break for the Knicks.
In the game for the Knicks now. He replaced Trent Tucker.
And again, the Knicks are applying pressure. Oh.
What a shot. Michael Jordan making it look easy, and you know it isn't. Jordan's got 10 points already.
He is guarding Jordan, and there you see Jordan come over and get goaltending as he tried to block the shot.
Couple of guys from that were born in Brooklyn, New York, going after each other.
Well, I tell you, that time Michael Jordan used a quick step to get by Cummings, and he just simply hung in the air and just kissed the ball off the glass with a little spin. That did look a lot like Dr. J.
That looks like Jordan. Now, somebody out there on that last replay said, what do you mean a guy from Brooklyn? That was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was born in Brooklyn, New York. He lived there for 2 years and then moved to Carolina, but he is a native son, and a lot of people are going to be claiming him.
Got a lot of aunts and uncles already, cousins.
Bernard King, 28-22. The Knicks down by 6-12 for Bernard King.
Well, here's the matchup that the people were really looking for it. And did you see the baseline move by Michael Jordan over to Caldwell Jones for 2 points? Excuse me, I got excited, Jim. Just took a little play-by-play from him.
It's all right. 30-22 Chicago.
That was an excellent pass from Ernie Grunfeld that got the ball to Carter for the 2 points then.
What a Jammed by Woolridge.
Where he wanted that ball, and he got it and slammed it right in.
Darrell Walker had to change his shot with that interior defense. And there's Michael Jordan. And Wes Matthews in the game hit the shot.
Because Lester has been on the injured list, and he just ended up scoring, and Walker just turned the shot. Bernard King had an excellent first quarter, and you see the alley-oop right there from Jordan to Woolridge. That's high percentage. Woolridge ended up with it, went back up, and he was fouled.
Jordan leaves the game, leaves with 10. Got a hand on that release, but Wes Matthews with it. Darrell Walker with his
This
steal.
is the Chicago Bulls, the traveling cocaine circus.
Jammed by Walker. I think Matthews.
A small guy, and you see Bill Cartwright there. Hopefully the Knicks will get him back. But when you get hot, I don't know if that's on Green or not. It's on Bernard King. Sidney Green really was not blocked out by Ken Bannister when Daly put up the shot. Green showed his jumper.
And now the Knicks have cut the Chicago lead to 15.
That I wanted to make.
All right, Bulls by 16, and they call that a good block.
By Michael Jordan, who had the great angle on that block.
That's Bannister over the top.
See, that to me is what Chicago really extremely good jumpers. Here you're going to see Sparrow on the way to the hoop. Now there's Corzine, but you see Jordan come over from the weak side and make the block. Now, don't give credit. Instead, he tried to get too close, and as he made his pivot, he did walk. Or, in that situation, try swinging the ball.
What a shot. What a shot by Mr. Jordan. I have a feeling we're going to say that a lot in the next 15 years. What a shot by Mr. Jordan. 59-40 the Bulls.
You already have him playing 15 years in the league. You might not want to play that long.
Trent Tucker hits the jump shot. The Knicks are down by 17.
Now that was good ball movement by the Knicks that time. Swinging the ball to the open man. In that case, it was Tucker. He was wide open for the little 15-foot jump shot. That's what you do against double-teaming defense.
Jordan one-on-one basketball.
Fast break, and when you go one-on-one, the court isn't balanced, and normally those things happen. A fast break basket by your opponent.
Well, Chicago, Michael's a great player, but you know this crowd loves him here, and I think he feels an obligation to put on a show every once in a while. I'll tell you, I like to see him play myself, but Kevin, I'm a spectator. I'm not the coach. Bailey with the rebound, and the Knicks are down by 18. Jordan knocked it away from Trent Tucker.
James Bailey standing 15 feet from the hoop. His man had sloughed off to try to help out. He received the ball and hit the little 15-foot jumper. Not a bad shot. Jordan right there, out of control, and he's going to end up getting fouled.
That was a bad release pass there. The Knicks would have had it going.
You saw Jordan out of control. There you see Bannister trying to make the outlet pass. He didn't fake it. Woolridge ended up with it. You see Bannister and Bailey coming back. Jordan knew he was going to be fouled, and he was.
Knicks are 14 down now. Minute 24. So they've cut into this Chicago lead by 9. Chicago led by 23.
Chicago has done a good job of putting the Knicks back in the game because they have been more one-on-one and more out of control than they were.
65-50, 39 seconds to play in the first half.
But again, if Sparrow goes to the hoop, he ends up shooting a layup instead of a 20-footer.
Watley hit the shot.
It's come to my attention that you have recently suffered the most common injury in the game of basketball: broken ankles.
Jordan.
Nice shake and bake move by Jordan then as he got the ball over to Watley.
So the Knicks, 67-50, Chicago, 4 seconds. Michael Jordan.
And Rory Sparrow that time.
2 shots for Michael Jordan. Stands at the foul line with 13 points. King has 18 for the Knicks.
Michael Jordan performing the way he was billed to be. Michael Jordan doing everything on the floor. And have you ever seen a player excite a crowd the way he does just by touching the basketball?
There's Woolridge now in Chicago on the attack. Jordan. Pass knocked away by Jordan, and the Knicks come down for the first time in the second half.
Maybe that's a good omen for the Knicks, getting a good team.
70-52. Jim Carvelis and Butch Beard, Madison Square Garden. Michael Jordan. At 17 for Air Jordan.
And there's not much you can do as a defensive player. You play behind him, he just shoots a turnaround jumper and then comes up with the steal on the defensive end.
That's a good play by Trent Tucker to knock away from Jordan from behind the ball. Michael Jordan makes it look easy. 79, and somehow he got it up and in. And the Knicks are down by 20.
That's because when he went back door, he just hung in the air. He has that ability to do that. That time Bernard hustled back and knocked the ball away because Woolridge would have had a sure dunk or layup in the transition game.
Michael Jordan on the inbounds pass, and what a beautiful move by Michael Jordan.
He had made a little head fake, got the Chicago Bull up in the air, but he moved his feet and he was called for the walk.
Knicks are going to double team. He missed a shot in this period. Neither has Bernard King. 5:15 to play in the third.
And here's the matchup that everybody came to see, Jordan against King.
Michael Jordan shooting the jump shot. Third period, Jordan against King. It's a tough shot.
Actually blocked right there by Woolridge.
Here's Michael Jordan. Daly a miss. And Michael Jordan a follow-up jam. What a jam by Jordan. And it turned down the partisan crowd here who appreciates a great talent, even if he isn't wearing a white uniform. From Madison Square Garden, this is New York Knicks basketball. 94-75, the Bulls by 19. Jordan floated right around James Bailey. Now that looked like the doctor right there. John McEnroe on vacation.
For 21 days, right? Shot to get a closer shot. That time King did. He had a little 10-footer, but instead he chose to go to the hoop and he scored. Not again.
Yes, again. 98-79, the Bulls by 19.
He grabbed the defensive rebound, led the fast break down the middle, got it over to Woolridge for the stuff.
Chicago's had a resurgence in professional sports. And the Cubs almost got there. The Bears are in first place, and this Chicago team has really come on. So the Windy City looking up sports-wise.
The only team that's been bad for them this year has been the White Sox. It really can be a spectacular night for the Bulls as Jordan has come up with another steal.
Michael Jordan puts on a show.
I think the crowd says it all, Jim.
Bad pass. Well, this has not been one of the Knicks' better efforts.
It really hasn't been. And again, Michael Jordan at that time forced the bad pass from Ernie Grunfeld as the crowd is still standing.
He not only inspires the crowd, but even more importantly, he inspires his team. See, this is a different team with a lot of the same players. I mean, you know, Woolridge was here last year, and so was Watley, and so was Steve Johnson, and so was Quentin Daly. But all of a sudden, they all look better, don't they? That's because of Michael Jordan.
Well, the great players will make players better. There's no question about that as we have the end of the third quarter.
And Chicago with a big lead. At the end of three, the Bulls lead 104-81. You're watching Knicks basketball. Can he manage to the basket? Well, I'll tell you, he almost killed Steve Johnson. He really ran him down.
That is what you're going to see. Michael Jordan play the passing lane. Now he's going to say, well, here it is, showtime. Bam. Almost.
Right now, you remember early in the first period, as you ever look at Steve Johnson, we talked about the hands of Jordan. There's a lot of people that can jump. The reason they can't do that, and only people like Dr. J and Jordan could do that, is because they can pound the ball, they can hold the ball so well in their hands.
That's true.
James Bailey missed it. Bannister, and a block by Jordan. Kenny Bannister went up to jam the ball, and Michael Jordan rejected it.
Well, that time, and you're going to see Bannister on his way to the hoop. Now, the reason why Jordan blocked that, he had the angle. Not only that, he showed great strength.
Jordan, by the way, has scored 31 tonight. I tell you, this club gets Greenwood back.
If they
sign
Greenwood,
they're going to really be. I mean, they look pretty good right now, but a guy like David Greenwood coming on this club.
You wonder whether or not that the Bull organization would think that Greenwood would mess up the chemistry. I know that Fred, and they've been entertained tonight, even though it may be by the wrong ball club or the wrong individual. They've been entertained by that guy right there.
Michael Jordan. And it's 110-84 Chicago. Jordan now with 33 points. His pro high is 37. Cummings back in the game. Bannister out, Walker out, Sparrow in. And Jordan leaves the game. 33 points. Probably Michael's exit for the evening.
You may see him another 3 or 4 minutes before it's over.
I don't think so, Butch.
He's young. He can play all day.
I think he could play another game, but I think Kevin Lockery will rest him. They played last night. But they don't need him, and why risk hurting him? 110, of course, he seems indestructible,
well, that's
doesn't
the reason why he's young. I mean, he's being paid a lot of money to play. He likes to play.
Are you saying that he should stay in here for the rest of the game?
No. Get a little rest. Come back with about 3 minutes to go. Let him play a couple more minutes, and then get a standing ovation from the people.
Well, one of the celebrities we can't show you tonight just left, George Steinbrenner, the Yankee.
And another one who just exited was LT, Lawrence Taylor of the New York Giants. He's a outside linebacker, a basketball freak.
Wes Matthews with the jump shot. And the Knicks are down by 25. Keith Hernandez is in the game tonight for the New York Mets, along with Ron Darling, Kelvin Chapman. Big crowd tonight, 19,252. And Michael Jordan didn't come back in the game, Butch.
Well, you're right, Coach. You said that was his last little show that he was going to put on.
Until the next time, right? Going to the basket, and Matthews picked his pocket. The game is over. Chicago won it convincingly from the opening period on. Bulls winning. Stay with us. Butch and I will be back with some interviews and highlights.
So there you guys go. Told you. Special night. Special night. Maybe this is your first time watching this part of Michael's career. And if it is, man, I'm glad that we can go on this journey together, right? In this time machine, this trip back in time to 1984. And what did it feel like for people who were NBA fans, the big NBA fans, right? You can watch that footage. You can feel the buzz. There's a few things that I really want to point out to you guys here. When you look at the way MJ was flying around on both sides of the court, it's inspiring to watch, isn't it? He never stopped. But you saw with this game, you got a real good glimpse of the national narrative, didn't you? But we're talking about rookie MJ, man, going 1v1 with all-stars, Hall of Famers. And you could tell he was the better player. Within 1 quarter, he's the better player as a rookie. You see the moves, you see the skill set, you see the jumper. Man, just a nasty two-way player from day one. And I mean day one. Wow. Actual. They cheered for the kid from Brooklyn. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.